Alrighty, welcome back to the HRL. We got week 4 action. It looks like we're kicking things off actually in game. I'm CNK and I'm joined by none other than Brendy. How you doing today?
I am doing so good, man. It is an honor. This is my first ever cast with you, I believe. So
Oh, dude, there's no
nice
way. I
being
feel
here.
like we've done this forever. Probably just talk all the time. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, we got ourselves a good one right here. We got ourselves the Dazed boys versus Status Who. We got some good squads here. I mean, you got people like Phoenix, Little Criminals. You got G Shot. You got Bethula. You got to hit him with the Bethula. And then you got Days Clan over on the other side there, which you got Lockdown, Clutch, Cat, and I'm pretty sure it's Wind Lester.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure either, but right off the bat, it looks like Status Who they're gonna be off to an early lead. And man, I was just criticizing our producer for this. I really hope Days Clan was gonna be red, and they are not. It's unfortunate, but either way, like I said, Status Who they're off to a good start. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the boys in Status Who. They get that early game aggression going. They're keeping it up. They've got that CB hold at the moment, but Dave's trying to break out of that spawn. But ooh, nice little play right there out of the boy Phoenix. Just trying to make sure he keeps the boys in it as long as possible. And he's going to go take that A side. He's going to try to spawn the Dazed boys all the way over at C.
Yeah, and there's not really much that Daze has been able to do right now. They did have the A and C point temporarily, but not really going to be able to make any magic there. As a Status 2, they're able to get that A zone as well, so they're going to be looking to grow their lead as well. I didn't see who got the rockets on the side of Status 2, but either way, there's a little bit of a push coming in from Daze. They're able to get the B point. So, well, then, right as I say that, there goes C.
Yeah, I mean, these teams are kind of flipping things back and forth quite a bit, it looks like. The side of Status Who is just kind of just running back and forth, capturing things as much as they can, but everything's going good so far. We're going to see our boy Clutch use those rockets to launch G-Shot off the planet, because why not? And yeah, I mean, things are going great right now for the side of Status Who, but Dazed, I mean, they're doing their best, right? They got A and B hold right now. They're starting to get a decent hold. They got a couple guys rotating through their cafe side of the map. I do believe they just took out one of them, but they still got to worry about these Status Who guys trying to break out here. And they're doing a really solid job. Everything's going to plan at the moment. It looks like they are losing A little bit, but they're fighting as much as they can.
And you see the kills right now; they're pretty balanced right now for the side of Status 2. It's what is it, Lick Shot for Status 2 with 6 kills. I'm not. I don't even know.
I'm going G Shot. G Shot all
Shot.
day.
Okay, yeah. These are some funny looking gamer tags here, but
Hmm.
either way, the kills are pretty balanced. Really on both sides. For now, as Days Clan, it looks like they're starting to slowly climb back into this, and they are able to take the lead for now as they're able to hold on to the A and B site. So nice little early comeback, but it's still early. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I love what I'm seeing out of the Days guys right now. I mean, they had a little bit of a rough start, but now they brought things back, and they've got people pretty much spawn camping Status Who in this C area, which is exactly what you want to do on this map. You get your AB hold, you start camping things out. Definitely try not to throw grenades at yourself if possible. But, you got the Bulldog set up here. You got 3 guys pushing these people all the way back into C. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Days. They're picking up the kills. And Status 2, I mean, they're going to have to try to break out here. They're going to end up picking up one. That's going to be Cap, and immediately that's going to get answered back by Wind, who picks up 2 big ones, by the way. And, I mean, Days really holding this one down. But guess who's going to spawn behind? Status Who got out just enough to be able to spawn 1 person back PD and 2 people towards this red side of the red street here. And right now, Wind going to push in, pick up another one. Going to go for the next kill on B, and Wind is just on an absolute tear right now. I think that's a 4 or 5 streak at the moment with that Bulldog and the BR combo. And they actually ended up getting rockets again, looks like. No, yeah, definitely just got rockets again. And Dazed using everything on the map to their advantage right now. And they're just keeping Status 2 off of spawn literally nonstop.
Yeah, it really seemed like in the first little bit of this game that Days Clan, they were playing a little bit too fast. They weren't really playing together. And Status 2, they were doing a good job of picking every single player for Days Clan off. But now it's Days Clan right now. They're the ones that have been setting the pace, and they're doing a good job. They're just holding on to this B point and capturing one of the outer points whenever one flips. And right now, it's working really well out for them. And I think if they're able to clear off the C point as well, this could be a trip cap for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's where things start to get a little deadly, right? But you got to remember, on maps like this in Halo, like, sometimes you don't want a trip cap, right? Sometimes you want the enemy team to kind of have a cap going for them so they can spawn on that side, so you can spawn camp them out, like we saw Days doing earlier. But with how much slaying they're doing on this map and how well they're working together, like right there, you see a perfect finesse play out of Cat and Clutch to pick up that kill towards Cafe side together. Like it's a situation where they're all firing on all cylinders, they're all helping each other out to the absolute max, and they're just keeping the team moving forward. And not to mention, Wind literally always has a bulldog and is literally always picking up double kills with it.
Yeah, and it's right now Statu. They do have a little bit of control going forward. They are not. They're actually not able to catch that C point. So unfortunately, it's Dazed. They're still going to be getting points. And if I'm Statu at this point, like it's starting to enter dangerous territory. You do not want that. You do not want to get that large deficit to where it's 200 to 50, and it's starting to look that way right now. You've really got to start making getting some aggressive plays going on, winning your trades, playing a little bit more as a team, and right now, Dazed, they're just taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. They're like the way they're playing as a team and the way they're able to finesse this map together is just it's difficult, right? I mean, if you're the side of Status Who, I mean, yeah, you're trying your best to try to break through these setups and just trying to break through this team, but it is so ungodly difficult sometimes with the way this team is playing together. I mean, look, any chance they have, they're picking up like 1, 2, 3 players getting engaged in a gunfight. And when you're in a situation where you're on a small map like this, Daze can force these 1v2 gunfights nonstop. Right there, you see a 1v1 gunfight go the way of Status, but I mean, our boy Lockdown comes from downtown, backsmacks him, picks up a double kill actually. And I mean, I'm just loving it. Daze is helping each other out, and they're definitely winning because of the fact they're able to help each other out at all times.
Yeah, it almost seems like that Status too. They're actually doing a better job with the 1v1s, but again, it's alluding to what you were saying earlier. But for the most part, like they're playing with numbers on just about every single one of these gunfights, and it's working brilliantly for them because at that point, like you're not even able to get a single kill if you're Status 2. You're able to take full possession of the points right now. And as I say that, there's a trip cap coming in from Status 2. There's going to be a little bit of an attempt to slowly climb back into this game, and that's a good start. You get those 3 caps, you get 2 ticks for every second. So very nice plays out of them. If they want to come back, well, that is certainly the beginning.
Yeah, it's a great start to get it done. And they've got, look what they're doing right now. They've got the side of Daze trapped in this C spawn. You got kills going back and forth at the moment. You got Cat picking up, sorry, Bethula picking up another one over here. And right now, Daze having a really difficult time really pushing out. As long as Status 2 doesn't push in too far, the spawn should stay on that back stairwell. They should have the opportunity to keep them pushed in as long as possible, maybe get a chance to play for these rockets. They just got to hold down this B street. Now you got the playmaker for the side of Daze making a play towards this B side. That's going to be Wind. He's going to end up getting shot at quite a bit, gets a lot of damage off on both those players, but yeah, ends up going down. Has another player there to try to help things out a little bit towards that B site. But in the meantime, Lockdown and Cat, I do believe, kind of snuck through that purple side of the street. I think Cat actually spawned Cafe when Lockdown pushed through the middle of the map. And now, once again, we're seeing Dazed kind of push everything on the map at one time and just put pressure on everybody on Status 2 kind of at the same time, which is awesome to see as they're pushing out of that A site and they're trying to retake this B site. But there we go. Gonna start seeing some gunfights going back and forth. And now we're really starting to see like the Status Who squad really get involved in these gunfights. They finally break out of a true spawn point. They're able to roam the map a little bit more, and they're all helping each other out a lot more than they were previously.
Well, yeah, it's kind of what we were talking about earlier, but it kind of seems like the script has flipped a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
like this is now less than a 50-point game as it's now Days Clan. They're starting to make the mistakes as you just saw Cat just nade himself for no apparent reason.
You're panicking. That game, you were up by 120 points.
Exactly. I mean, you are able to secure the B point, so you are able to get a little bit of a score back on the board. But I think that was like a 100-point run that Status Who had with no member on Days Clan even able to respond.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they went from what 54 to 170 there. Like that's a great 120-point run. That's going to be your opportunity to get yourself back in the game. You're getting points again right now. Yeah, the side of Status 2 only 29 points from winning, but in a game mode like Stronghold on a map like this, that does not matter. I mean, we're seeing our boy G-Shot here get some kills, and he's got a lot of team help on this B side of the map, and they're starting to pick off some of the Daze guys, but I mean, kills are going back and forth. I'll be honest. Things are getting a little sketched out because there are some Daze people pushing into C, pushing B, and like there's just kills going down left and right, but I like what Status 2 is doing. Now they're rotating A, they've got the B hold, and I bet you they're going to immediately answer on C as soon as they need to.
Yeah, but Sasu right now they have the A and B control, and this is going to be a 30-point game. But it is Clutch right now that has those rockets. He's able to get a nice double kill, one with the nade, one with the rockets. So there should be a little bit of opportunity for Dazed to at least get one of these points. Actually, they might be able to get two. They're able to get A and B. It looks like so points are starting to go back in their favor as well. But this is still at the point where it's anyone's game, and Satasu, they've done a good job so far climbing back in, but they've got to start getting a little bit more aggressive here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to get something going speed-wise on the map. I mean, you see them, they've got that C point, they got that B point, and now Dazed, they're like kind of spawning in some weird spots right now. They've got some things going on, but yeah, Phoenix right here, someone who's been making plays around this B site all game long, makes another big play. Yeah, it may not seem like a lot to pick up one kill, but when you only need another like 40 or so points to win the game, and you got a teammate like this who's just putting an insane amount of pressure on Dazed, picking up solo kills like that, it helps a lot. The guy's gonna die over at A, but it was a distraction enough to maybe help the team make a move. You're gonna see like a guy like G-Shot right now. He's pushing this A side to try to help out. Looks like they want to really try to capture this when most of Dazed, looks like all four of them are relatively on this side of the map. There is going to be two over at B. We're going to see our boy G-Shot pick up a kill over here. He's gonna have one more to deal with. That player's going to end up getting the kill. And now, I mean, yeah, that's going to be that as the side of Dazed is going to finally pull that off. I mean, things were looking kind of sketchy there for a moment. Some of those guys like Phoenix, it's going to be nonstop chaos. And as I say that, we're actually in game, right? We loaded in here. We're ready to go. And both these squads are already fighting things out. It looks like G-Shot's trying to fight, fight Wind actually over here. As Wind making some moves right now, just kind of spinning around, trying to do like a YY ladder stall or something right now. Gonna get out with their life. And looks like the side of Dazed trying to group up here. And I like seeing that. Clutch gonna pick up that first kill there. That's actually the second and third kill on the map. And already, here's what we're seeing, right? Something we were literally just talking about. Dazed starting things out like fighting team fights, right? And Status who kind of was soloing things a little bit, but now they're grouped up. But now they're running into the Dazed squad. So they're going to be running into a team fight. And look how perfectly Dazed just executes that push. They push in, pick up 2 kills. They end up losing a guy there, but still, like, they're just executing things perfectly at the moment.
Yeah, I mean they're doing a really good job. Right at the beginning, we saw that Phoenix Almighty was it was just basically taken out right away as a little bit of aggression there from G-Shot, able to get a really nice triple kill there. One of the few plays where you've seen Dazed kind of push aggressively by themselves, and it actually ended up working. So nice triple kill from them, even though it did get traded. But even so, like we said, nice little team start from Dazed, but Satasu not too far behind either.
Yeah. Here's one thing I want to look at here. Like, look how the spawns are going down a little bit on the map, and look how like Dazed. It feels like a lot of times they're kind of reading them a little bit, right? They're kind of slowly making their way towards where the like status who guys are spawning. Obviously, very close game still, right? It's a 3-kill difference. Really, we haven't seen a whole lot of like difference in the game. We're still seeing trades back and forth. It just feels like they're like slowly pushing these spawns out together as a team. And Status who is getting lucky every once in a while, picking up some kills, keeping it close. But I mean, already Dazed up to that 5-kill lead. And I think a lot of it's just like the map control they possess at the moment. I mean, look, active camo is up. Status who is pushing for it, but Dazed is already like there. Like they're ready to go for it.
Yeah, it is locked down right now that has possession of that camo. He's not even going to get aggressive here. He knows he can completely trust his teammates right now to get those kills. But 3 players from Status 2 right now are grouped together. They're going to be pushing back into this spawn. And guess who's coming behind him? It's Lockdown. He's got that camo. They don't know where he is. He's going to go for a back smack. He's able to get one. He might get the second here. Looks like he will. Yes, he will. And man, that's the active camo play that we were looking for. I mean, he's only able to get 2, but man, that sure looked promising.
Yeah, that's definitely 2 big ones though, right? I mean, you're in a situation where it's kind of like your teammates are dying around you. Satasu was definitely at the advantage there winning that. But then after that, I mean, the trade is just null and void. Like nobody won, nobody lost, but it's because of the massive play our boy Lockdown made in the first place. I mean, right there, I mean, look at Dazed just work together to pick up these kills. Like someone gets weak, someone runs out, another one runs in, either gets a punch or just gets a few shots off and dips. I love seeing that. And these 2 teams are doing a great job all the way around the board. But Dazed, I just love their teamwork. But Status who, you can't beat the solo play you're getting out of a lot of those players, right? I just wish it was a little bit more together, but you just can't beat the solo play still.
Well, what's happening a lot, I'm noticing so far in this Slayer, it's like it's what we've been saying all night, where Dazed are doing a good job with the team fights, but it's also a player of Satasu often is they're getting caught out and separated from the rest of their team, and uh,
Hmm.
meanwhile, there's one guy for Satasu, and then his other three teammates are nowhere to be found. Like they're on the complete opposite side of the map. So it's not really a whole lot that that one player can do in that instance when there's two or three players from Days just lighting you up like that.
Yeah, I mean, it really is one of those situations that has got them to this like big kill lead, right? Like constantly team fighting, like getting those team shots off at like all angles. Like you were just mentioning, like you run out of a hallway because you're getting shot at and you run into a guy shooting at you. Like what are you supposed to do in that situation? And it's all a matter of trying to group up and team up. But Days has had so much map control for so long that this guys in status who like now we're seeing it. They're starting to split spawn. Two guys will spawn at one base, two will spawn at the other base. And it's in a situation where Days will just three-man push out one of them, have one guy kind of stall the other two, and then that just keeps happening. Now we see most of them on one side of the map, but still Days is just pushing in as a squad and picking up these kills, and they're easy pickings because they're already weak the second they spawn up.
Yeah, and this is starting to this score right now is starting to get into blowout territory. If I'm being honest,
Hmm.
CNK. I mean,
Yeah.
40 kills and Days has not even got into the halfway mark for them. So sorry, Statusu. If they want any sort of chance to get back into this, they've got to slow down. They've got to be the ones to control the pace. I'm not even sure if they've got the camo at all. I think it's been a perfect 3-0 or 4-0 camo for Days every single time, and yeah, it really seems like that there's just not really a whole lot of map control that they have right now.
I mean, right here's their opportunity, though, right, to get some map control. They get two down from the side of Days. But you know what? Guess what? Right when they need to, the two players left alive, they get really, really aggressive, wait for their teammates to spawn up. They pick up two kills. Their teammates spawn up, and they've got full map control once again. So never mind. I take it back. And they're 5 kills away from winning. I honestly thought that was their opportunity to get it going, but sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes that aggression from the last two people left, it was just like the perfect timing and everything, and they got things going. But also, like, I gotta point out one thing. The guys on Days, they keep picking up this commando and a couple other guns on the map, and they're so good with it. They're so
Yep.
good with everything on the map. They're utilizing everything. They're just utilizing the sandbox, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah, definitely. They're doing a good job with using just about any gun in their disposal. It really doesn't seem like it matters at all because well, I mean, look, the commando it's a really good gun. I mean,
Yeah,
it
if
works
you know how to
as
use it.
intended. Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it can be a little crazy at first, but either way, Days are 1 kill away from getting the victory, and I think Cat is just going to throw a nade up here, and Days able to win this in pretty dominant fashion, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%. So going
I
in the
mean,
pit is basically suicide, but you have to go in the pit like to get the objective. So
so
curious to see how that goes.
is it like with Hardpoint and Call of Duty where it's the same hills every single time?
Yeah, yeah, it'll be the same rotation every time. But it's
Okay.
kind of like the rotation is like hard point, but the system kind of works like control, right?
Okay.
Where, but both teams are offense basically. So you're gonna see these teams hopping on it back and forth, and you see on the bottom there's a time limit there, right next to that middle like counter. And once that bar for either side goes all the way to one side or the other, that point will go to them, right?
Okay. And what's the final point total?
For first to four, or if the time limit goes out and someone has the advantage.
Okay. Well, I think I can handle that. It doesn't seem too tough, but
Hmm.
yeah, it looks like right now not a whole lot going on right now between the two teams. It kind of seems like right now both teams are kind of scared to hop into that pit, but right now if you're Dazed, this is an opportunity to do just that. As four players right now for status who are completely wiped off, and this is a great start for them.
I mean, Clutch is starting 5-0. You see a guy like Wind also 3-2, and you got to remember Wind. I mean, they got the shock rifle out. Like Wind is the playmaker for the squad, gets things done quite a bit. Now Clutch are looking to make it 6-0, gets it done. Other person on the hill going to go deal with that. That's going to be the playmaker for the other squad, Phoenix, who gets taken down with a little bit of help. And Clutch is just having a field day. Make that 7 in a row. Going to hop on the objective, gets the kills, gets the objective time. It's another. I'm 8-0. Keep it going, please. Gonna heal up a little bit. Gonna call out these boys spawning up in front of him here. And I mean, the side of Days right now is firing on all cylinders.
Okay, production, gonna make your job very easy here. Well, never mind. I was gonna say, do not swap off with this man until he dies, but then he just died. So, caster curse right there. But
You're
either
welcome,
way, man, yeah, great job, Randy. But either way, that was a nice little hot start from Days right now. Right now it's Statusu. They're accumulating a little bit of this time here. But yeah, man, it's about as grindy and back and forth on the hill on this hill as you would expect.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, you've seen a team like Dazed who had map control for how long there, but they still struggled to really get on the hill, right? Because it's so difficult on this map and this specific hill, right? Because of it's literally you're spawning up, you just throw your grenade in the pit, or you shoot in the pit because you see someone in the pit, and you see like the side of Dazed definitely has more progress because they're getting more map control, like for longer parts of the game. But now we're seeing Status who kind of start to pick up some kills here, trying to push out of their side of the map, which is like that A side of the map where those like that back elevator is. But yet Dazed still on this point, and they're about to capture the first point actually. But okay, there we go. We're gonna have all the boys at Status 2 start to stack onto there to try to get that one captured. But I mean, Dazed still pushing off of spawns. Things are super back and forth. The Dazed should be able to take this one, but you really never know because you see active down in the corner as well.
Yeah, I think Days are just trying to slow down just a little bit to ensure that they can get this cap, and looks like they were just able to do so. So now, where's this next point going to? To the hallways?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be towards that top C plat area, towards that back hallway. And
Okay.
I mean, the guys in Status 2 going to be there for, well, yeah, first, and they're going to end up picking up the first couple kills. Side of Day is going to have to fight this one off. They are up 1-0 right now, which, you know, means absolutely nothing. I mean, it's first to four, right? So the boys in Status 2 got plenty of time to get things going. They're getting the first initial time. They're getting some of the kills on the map. But Days, at some point in time, we're going to see what we see from them all the time, right? They're going to start playing together, and they're just going to push this out.
And that's exactly what's happening right
Yep.
now. Two players on this hill right now. Only one player in for Status 2 is able to make any sort of play. That's going to be Phoenix, I'd imagine. That player from Days, I didn't see who it was. I believe it's Clutch. He's probably just going to get aggressive here, try to take him out. But it's actually Phoenix that ends up winning the gunfight. Lockdown does get the trade, though, as one more player from Status 2 in position together. That's going to be G-Shot. And wow, this is a pretty nice hill start so far for Status 2, but it's also Days. They're still hanging in there as well.
Yeah, and you know what? We're gonna see Clutch on the side of Dazed. Actually, he's gonna have this camo right now, and he's gonna be pushing towards that top gold area. Actually, he wants the shock rifle, so camo and shock rifle. Chalk it up. Man's gonna pick up a bunch of kills here. Actually, he misses the very first shot. Now he's gonna try to make a play. He's got some teammates pushing the front. He picks up the first kill. One more below him. He's gonna go for that. Almost makes the play. Makes the play. Clutch with the double kill right there. Started out 8-0. Now picking up another double kill, and he's gonna just keep pushing. This man is an absolute main slayer for this squad. He's got that shock rifle. Sees a couple people in that C control area. Gonna get a shot off. Doesn't quite get the headshot, so it's not a kill. But he's just waiting for some team help, and he's got plenty. Just charging in right now, but they've got a player pushing around the back, and Cat gonna pick that up. Right now, I mean, this Days squad is just absolutely insane. They've got the sword, they've got the shock rifle, they've got the player numbers. And look at them just push out, help their teammates. Cat should have been more than dead right there, but the teammates come in, fly out like Superman and save the day.
Yeah, and it looks like Cat right now is just gonna kind of play the role of Hill Monkey here with that sword as Days Clan. They're able to go up 2-0, so they're halfway there to the victory. But the hill is gonna be on the basically complete other side of the map as it's Status 2 right now. They've got full control of this right now. But we'll have to see what happens. How is Days exactly gonna break this? That's that's one way to do it. Just charge right in there with the sword and then the BR. Nice two-piece from Cat. Had a little bit of a slow start, but starting to catch up now.
Yeah, I mean, Cat just said full send. I mean, everybody else hold the line. I'm just gonna bust straight in with the sword and the BR. Get some big kills. Now Wind with that shock rifle. See what we can get going on here. Got a couple people here trying to push up through control on and Wind, I mean, on this top A like cross area right now. Got a couple people to deal with. Gonna back off, wait for some team help, and you know what? It shows up. Lockdown and Clutch gonna pick up those 2 kills on the map. Looks like they were, yeah, those 2 players. And you know what? It's a tough day. You know, it's a tough day. Wind really good with the shock rifle. Gotta have to reload, gets it done. And I mean, it's just Dazed in the feed right now. The kill feed is just Dazed picking up kills. They pick up that third one. Nice shot from Wind right there. Gotta love seeing that. And Wind, once again, just being a playmaker. Wind and Clutch on this team. And you just hit every shot. Why don't you just call it a day? You know.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, on that third hill, like we saw that Status 2, they had the initial. I don't know if rotation is the right word, but they certainly did. And as soon as Days broke through, they had that break and they just held it on for that whole time. Status 2 didn't even really make much of a play there. And right now, Days, they're almost certainly having a path to victory here. Probably one final push from Status Sue. I think that's going to get shut down, or at least briefly, from Clutch as he's getting that melee onto criminals, and that should be the game, barring any sort of last second miracle from Status Sue.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, there's not really much they can do. Is that's going to end up going towards the side of Status 2. They're going to grab that 4-0 and they're going to win the series 3-0. I mean, hey, it was super close first game, right? The second game, a little bit of a